get in trouble. Oh my God.
Adult conversation.
Start talking to somebody. Everybody is not gonna connect with you. Just because you like somebody does not mean
They gonna like
that
you.
they gonna like you, and that's okay.
That was a statement, though. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But okay. Everybody, I like that right at the top of something.
You feel me? I need your dick to be damn near as big as my thigh.
Listen, I don't give a goddamn what people say. Ain't nothing like a black man. A big old black man. Like, you need that love in your life. Because evidently you ain't never experienced that. But I'm not going to stop being who I am because you used to fuck up. You know what? It's almost like mental edging. If you think about it.
Listen, because once we break, all I gotta do is pray that we don't break nothing in the house. Because baby, it's going down.
But never scripted. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
What's cracking?
Do you see me?
Yes, I see you.
Okay. Because it was just like, all right, I don't hear nothing. Okay. Hey, y'all. It's gonna be that kind of day. No, it's not gonna be that kind of day. It's not gonna be that.
Blessings, Heavenly Father. We gonna make this work. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he is. It's gonna be a good night.
Amen. Welcome back, people. I hope y'all enjoyed last week with the pre-recorded show. A little chat.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Yeah. It's been 2 weeks.
I think it's been something like that.
Child, time. It's a weird ass construct sometimes.
Yes, it is.
But
it is.
You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Y'all know the rundown. Go hit that subscribe button, like it, share it, tell a friend to bring their ass on up in this motherfucker. Cause we got a topic for y'all today. It's centered around the different versions of you.
Yes.
A video that we found on Instagram with Shawnee O'Neal. So y'all know how we do. We're gonna play the video for y'all here in a second. And hey, y'all know the deal. Put your comments, questions, whatever the case may be, and we're gonna have a good ass time. Okay. All right, let's play that beautiful bean footage. All right. So this is about to be chaotic. I'm apologize now. I'm letting you guys know.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. That's why it's called unscripted, because you just never know what's gonna happen. You just never know.
True, because tonight gonna be one of them nights you don't know. Oh, all right, let's go.
One thing that I wish somebody had told me is that there will be different versions of me as I get older. Completely different versions of me. And those different versions require different people, different spaces, different words, different careers sometimes. So I wish somebody had told me that, hey, the plan you have at 25, and you got this whole career and everything planned. I want this many kids and a husband, or I don't want a husband, whatever it is, that's so gonna change by 30 and 35. Like, your whole perspective, you're gonna have to reintroduce yourself to that person every single time. And the people around you are gonna have to re-meet that person every single time. One thing that I wish somebody had told me is,
and see, I feel like we've touched on different aspects of this in a lot of different episodes before. So even like we talked about, even from past relationships to now, how like we've even shared personally, like even when I sent you like pictures of myself, the way I even felt like and looked like back then, I was like, when I look at those pictures, it's like, I know that's me, but I really identify with that woman anymore. And it's like, so when she was like, even in relationships, even in friendships, even in the things that we pursue now, like, I'm like, I don't even know if old me could handle the things that I have on my plate now. So like when she was just talking about that evolution, I was like, man, we've talked about this and hit these points in so many different ways already, that it just kind of brings it back full circle, even like a year later.
Yeah. Whatever smell good.
Whatever smell good.
Definitely. I've talked about this concept in terms of the different relationships that my siblings and I have with my father, but based on the fact that he was a different version, he was a different man
Mm-hmm.
at each one of these times. Like there's a few of my siblings that were born when he was a teenager in high school. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? There are a couple that were born in his early 20s. And then, he got married to my mother. And then my brother came along 6 years later. And then me 6 years later. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different versions. Uh, he's just been a different person in
Right.
each one of those steps. And in respect of what Shawnee is talking about, baby, I at 40,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
nowhere near the person I was at 20.
Or
Are
30.
you
For me,
or
I would say for me,
or
or
30?
30.
No, big baby, not I ain't even the same person I was at 35. What you mean? Okay? I'm not.
Mm-mm.
I'm not. So and it always kills me because people always say you changed as if it's such a bad thing. And it's
I thought
like,
I thought we are supposed to evolve. Excuse me. Like, I mean, I believe the core of you shouldn't change, like your heart, your morals, being caring, being like that. But as far as evolving, baby, I thought that was the goal.
you would think that's what that at least to me, you know what I'm saying, to somebody. Nah, don't say that, Irene. That's not nice. Um had to catch it. Filtration department ain't checked out this shit. All right. Um but it is. That's just like one of my exes had came back into my life.
Mm,
And now he and I had always had a pretty good friendship. And the way we ended wasn't necessarily on bad terms,
mm-hmm.
but it also wasn't the like smoothest
Yeah.
situation either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember having a conversation with him, and he said something to me. I don't even know what the fuck he said to me. I said, "Hey, I need you to understand something. The bitch you knew at 18, I ain't that bitch no more, bro. She died. That bitch
Gone.
dead and gone.
Dead.
You might as well cross your heart and mourn her, cause she ain't here."
Mm-mm.
You know
Not
what
at
I'm
all.
saying? It's just the truth of the matter. It's like, bro, I'd have been through so much shit. I'd have seen so I've been through things that, in my opinion, have chemically altered my brain.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
And I need y'all to hear me and hear me well. Some of us have been through shit that we never talk about, and thank God we don't look like what we've been through. And when we tell y'all, hey, I'm 2 seconds from clicking the fuck out,
Hello.
you might want to take heed. You,
Be
okay?
trying to tell you.
Just a fair warning in that situation. But let's look at this from the lens of a relationship. Because one of the things, something that I have always admired is somebody who finds the love of their life in high school.
Mm.
I think it's the cutest thing. I know a few couples like this. And baby, when I
Yes.
say they still together and still thriving and going strong today, baby, we've been out of high school over 20 years and they still rock it.
Yeah.
You hear me? And
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, I don't understand how you could do that, da 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 da. And it's like, I think I think it's more so to the fact of when you accept the fact that you know that you and this individual are going to grow and change and things are going to
Mm-hmm.
happen and whatever the case may be, you make the conscious effort to say, I want to go through these changes of life with you. Because even at 40, if I get married tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and this man still gonna have different things to go through. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? We I feel like when you lose a parent, the way your life operates changes, the way you operate change. When you have changes in jobs and all this other kind of stuff that's happening in the world right now, like these things change you. I don't care how much you try to make it seem like you still the same person, baby. You are not. There's a before and there's an after.
Mm-mm. It is.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
And the person that you have to be, um is I am currently in the process. and this is about to be a transparent moment, and I'm not gonna get emotional, but I'm in the process of watching my mother care for her mother,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very it's very evident that she's caring for her mother towards the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
My father is not an emotional man,
Right. Same.
but when we came home and told him what was going on with my grandmother, right? See, my eye gonna start itching because I want to cry, but I'm too G to cry, so my eye gonna start itching. To see the reaction that he had for it, you know what I'm saying? And now my
Mm-hmm.
parents are not necessarily like public displays of affection type of people. Hey, thanks, girl. They're not public displays of affection type people, right?
Right.
Uh, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that my daddy made sure to, comfort my mother in whatever ways that she needed to be comforted because baby, we all was a struck. I don't
Mm.
even know if that's a word.
It is today.
It's gonna be one tonight.
It is today.
But just to see like the difference in my parents
Mm-hmm.
from when I was younger to when I was in college to when my daddy retired first and then my mother retired and how they've been living life and then my daddy decided to get into politics. What the fuck, child? That was some crazy ass shit right there.
Yeah.
Love my daddy down, but baby, him in politics was not something we ever saw coming. When I say
Right.
we said you finna do what? Okay, I mean, you did just retire. You sure you don't want to just? Okay, fine,
Right. Chill
whatever.
out a little bit. Okay.
Right,
You sure?
mm-mm.
All right.
Nah,
You know
he,
what? You know another thing that a lot of people don't talk about is the transition and the anxiety that goes when you're now getting older and your parents are getting older.
yeah,
Because like, I'm a daddy's girl. So you always look at daddy as, that's my superhero. Yeah, I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying whatever, but that's my one of my goalposts is
hey
my
man,
grandfather and my father. So, being at the age that I'm close to, oh Lord, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm 45. you know, I look at them now and it's like, you think of time differently. And you
right,
think about, not taking things for granted. You look at life differently once you hit a different plateau. Like your 20s, you figuring out, you having fun, you doing whatever. 30s, you getting things established. But when you get to 40, you start to like, okay, you start to look at the clock. You start to absorb a little bit more. You take things in. Your tolerance level comes very short now. It's like what you probably would accept it in your 30s and your 20s. In my 40s, I'm like, fuck you, real hard. you know
real heavy on the fuck
like
you.
real heavy on the fuck you, real heavy on you not about to waste my time, my money, or my emotions. You're almost in the healing part of your life. And I hate to say that because you probably should have did it earlier, but my 40s have been very healing for me. And it's like I don't tolerate a lot of things that I used to tolerate. So when she was talking about like them different stages and then how many different people come into your life at these different stages, it's like at this stage of my life, I love the people God brought into my life.
Facts.
Like, it's like I needed everybody that I have in my life right now in this season. And I see why. And it's like now,
Yeah,
what I probably would have, I don't know how to like say accepted, but would I have been able to grasp hold to the importance of the bonds I have now, the friendships and the loves I have now in my 30s and 20s? Probably not.
I don't. Yeah, it
Probably not.
it's so interesting, and I think I said this on the show before about how when you get to a certain point in life, you realize that there are certain things you just were not capable of
Mm-mm.
appreciating when you were younger. You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? If I now in my head, right, mind you, in my head, Irene was gonna get married in her 20s.
Girl, listen.
Okay. Irene was going, she was not only going to have her career path, she was going to start her business. Now, to some extent, the career and the business still are very
Still
much
here.
prevalent in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the way that I thought it was going to be. I can say that
Right.
it's not the career I thought I was going to have, nor the businesses I thought I was going to have. I can tell you that
Same.
part.
Big same.
But definitely, I thought, baby, I thought I'd been sending a child off to college at 40. You feel me? Like that's where you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not birthing one.
Or, or at the very least, in high
Yeah.
school. At least
True.
high school at
Same.
40. Here I am, just
Same.
here I am twiddling my goddamn thumbs and screaming out husband me every 2.5 seconds because it's fucking ghetto out here. You know what I'm saying? Like the video I posted this morning, scooted back, not nothing, nigga. Just but
I have nothing to say. Keep going.
I know that was a triggering statement for both of us. That was such a triggering moment. But
Telepathy.
but uh but it's like being able to look and think about the things that I valued, especially the things that I valued in relationships. And
Yes.
that means even my friendships, my family, whatever the case may be, the things that
Yes.
I valued in my 20s and my 30s, baby,
Mm-mm.
we rocking in a totally different ballpark. I
Big
don't
time.
I'm at a point where I love my family. I love every single family member I have. Love
But,
them down boots.
but,
But no matter how old or how young, if for my peace, I have to be like, hey, I can't be around you.
nope.
I have
That's
no
it.
problem saying it now.
At all. At
Younger
all.
Irene would have felt guilty. Younger Irene would have felt like this family. I can't do them like that. Da, 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 da,
Mm-mm.
all the things. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? 40 y'all, hey, baby, I got more days behind me than I do in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this shit.
Right. Amen.
I'm not. That's why I know y'all be like, damn, she be cussing people out left. It do. It
Because
do.
listen, I remember the days where I put another more people's feelings above my own. And then
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in my past. Let's emphasize my past because you can get to smoke. I have to sit somewhere and cry and process my feelings because I spared so many people feelings and nobody cared about mine. So at the end of the day, it's like I'm internalizing all these different emotions and not speaking my mind and speaking all these things because okay, I don't either I want to keep the peace, I don't feel like arguing or whatever. In family relationships and everything. And it's like at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? Once you start getting anxiety and you start getting other stuff, you like, you know what? We need to focus on our peace now. We need to focus. If I say something to you in a way that you feel like, you didn't like it, maybe my delivery was wrong, we could talk about it. Other than that, it's like, no, say what you got to say. If somebody
Yeah.
hurt you, say it. If somebody wronged you, say it. If somebody in your life that don't need to be there, you gotta learn how to dismiss them. And like I
Baby.
said, and I can say from 20s, you feel the need to be a part of a crowd. Your 30s, um the crowd started dwindling down a little bit, but you still have some people that you be put friends into pockets and stuff. But baby, by the time you
Mm,
get in your 40s, I don't give a damn whoever here. If you want to
listen,
go, you can skedaddle.
I
So
remember I remember when I moved from Mississippi because even through college and a little bit after college, um the people that I knew, like I had known for years.
hmm
And some of the friends that I had gained were, college friends or extensions of friends that I was close with. You know what I'm saying? So I
hmm
had a nice little network of people.
right.
When I moved to Florida, I remember calling my mom. I said, "Girl, making friends out here is different."
Yes. Yes.
But I think one
Yeah.
of the most beautiful things that I learned, and not that I just felt like I always had to have a shit ton of friends, but I naturally just I hate to say it
Personality.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how else to say it, but I naturally like collected a lot of friends. It sounds like I'm collecting Pokemon cards or something, but that ain't what I'm trying to
No,
say.
because I feel like our personality is very similar. So honestly, I feel like our personality automatically just is like a magnet to some people. It's
Right.
like and we make people very comfortable. You know, we like to have fun, we laugh, we not no stick in the muds. And people like that. People gonna gravitate toward that. So it's not like you was like, hey, I want you to be my friend. I want you to be my no, it's sometimes
Right.
shit just happen.
But then you start. I learned. It was stuttering. Jesus. I learned quality over quantity
Yes, ma'am.
when I moved to Florida,
Mm-hmm.
right? And especially because I had to rebuild, my business and all this other kind of stuff when I moved to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Because my business was very the business I had at that time was very, you know, facing. Like I needed to be
Yeah.
face to face with people. It wasn't, doing business online for real like that wasn't that big of a thing
Mm-hmm.
at that time. But it was weird navigating building relationships
Mm-hmm.
because majority of people, especially in a lot of the spaces that I was going to, because I was going to like networking events and this, that,
Right.
another, you know what I mean? And so in those spaces, everybody is there trying to sell whatever they trying to sell. They trying to sell themselves, they trying to
Right.
sell their product, they trying to sell whatever the fuck it is, right? So it's it became very evident that I had to be
Mm-hmm.
like I couldn't just automatically assume because me, I'm going in here. Yes, I have a business and I want to promote
Right.
my business, but I also I'm here to genuinely make connections and
Connection. Right.
and thrive and this, that, or another. And then we can handle business later. Like cool, cool, cool.
Right.
Baby, these motherfuckers was upfront straight on business. I was like,
And like
this
again, I get it, but
you
people
ever
don't
turn off?
understand like having networks as well as friends and you having like different resources. People don't understand the power of networking, friendships, and resources. And
Mm,
everybody doing it genuinely and collectively to the fact that everybody want to see everybody win. So it's not a crab in a bucket mentality where it's like, just say if you know a digital person or do you know you good at this or you good at that. It's like having networking and friendships together where you everybody genuinely want to see each other win and you do so many things collectively is beautiful, beautiful bonds. I was like, as I always say. And like you said, that makes it quality over quantity because you just have a whole bunch. This is what I don't understand. Like I understand a lot of people have, I don't know what I say, like attachment issues where they just like a lot of people near them for whatever reason. But it's like if
mm.
you think about everybody around you and just say something happened to where you needed either somebody to come through for you in a monetary way or a spiritual way, pray for you, speak life into you, and they just looking at you like, oh man, that's wow.
That's wild statement
The
was
more
silly me.
the day you hit me, not you particular, but day a person hit me with a that's wow, and I just told you that
My life
like
falling apart.
and it's like, but a lot of people are okay with having of those many people around them that do nothing for them. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to have friends or family or nothing like that around me in this season of my life. But like I said, I'm old. There's to
Oh
you and you
no.
not pouring into me, like if you can't just say, man, hey, I'm proud of you, hey, you okay, hey, you know that you I'm going into this, can we pray about it? Like that's what to me what a friendship is right there. If I just got a whole bunch of people around me just for whatever reason, like that's too much for Elmo in this season of my life. Like that's just too many voices, too many things going on, and I take my friendships and my bonds very seriously.
Yeah.
And
I,
yes,
I also I don't want to be in a room full of people and still feel alone.
thank you.
You know what I mean?
That was I said I was cool in my 20s, but in these 40s, baby, no, you can skedaddle alone.
Listen, it's
Count on it.
listen. Let me tell you something. The one of the things that the pandemic did for me, it 100% was a tragedy. It didn't have to go the way it did. All the things, right?
Mhm.
But the one thing I gained, or one of the things, because I gained a few things from that time period, is learning how to sit in my peace and be to myself.
Yes. Hmm.
Because beforehand, I was always on the go. I was always,
Yeah.
now mind you, I still be outside a lot, but it's different. I swear to God, I promise y'all,
It's
it's
quality
still
outside.
different. Something like that. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Anyway, because you trying to, anyway, I know where you going. Anyway, but She gonna get on my nerves. But I learned how to be able to sit in silence,
Yeah.
to just sit and be. Now,
Yeah.
mind you, as a country girl, could I sit outside and just have peace for a good minute? Sure. But because I had spent so much time trying not to be in my house because I wanted to avoid what was or who was in my house.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
I had built up
Whew.
this go 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 type of
Mm-hmm.
personality um or whatever. I don't know what else to call it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So baby, outside was closed. We couldn't go nowhere.
It
And
sure
I
was.
went in the midst of, I mean, what the pandemic, the shutdown hit, what, April of 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Baby, June 2025, matter specifically, June 25th, 2025, Irene was living in the house by herself.
Yeah.
First time in like 8 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Ugh.
So it was it was a drastic change.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I say, even 5 years ago, I was such a different person
Yeah.
prior to that experience. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I do question, if the pandemic hadn't happened, where would I be at this moment? Because I'm not gonna lie,
Mm.
the pandemic forced some stuff for me.
It did. Me
You
too.
know what I'm saying?
Me
Because
too.
yes, I had the idea that I knew I needed to leave that relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but it 110% expedited when outside closed.
Yes.
Because now I have to be in the house with you.
Mm. Damn.
That wasn't a good thing for Elmo.
That
That wasn't a good thing for Elmo at
was-
all.
Listen, you might have ended up in jail if you had to stay too much longer in that house with that man without going outside. You might have yeah.
I ain't even no house.
You might have been on snap. We probably
Baby,
both would have been on snap, but
it was real
look at
close.
God.
Hey, won't he do it?
Well,
Hallelujah.
yeah, he will, cause
But
baby.
but also because of that, this is another reason why I like, baby, hey, you can't come over here playing with me. I'm very much this
Talk about
version
it.
of Irene. You
Talk
can't come
about
over
it.
here playing with me
Talk about it.
because you're. Mm,
Talk
I
about it.
fought too hard not to be on Snap.
Fought too hard for
Okay,
this piece. Yes.
I don't. I genuinely do not want to be sitting in the jail with my cousin. I don't. I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I just even when I think about some of the friends that I've had,
Mm-hmm.
and I think about some of the people I still think about, and like we still connect on social media and stuff like that. But we definitely are not as connected as we once were.
But I feel like
Um,
that's normal. I feel like that's kind of normal sometime in friendships, though.
it is, but I feel like it becomes a little bit different when it's the I try reaching out when if it's the I reach out to you but you don't reach out to me part.
Yeah, I stopped it. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At some point after two times, I'm done. In this
You
season of my
know,
life, like I'm not doing it no more.
yeah, I'm not chasing nobody down.
No,
I don't chase my liquor. You think I'm gonna chase you? No.
right. So for 1 second, so this was the funny part. So like I remember this year my mother made a birthday post like she always do on her social media. Now take it. Some of these people, um, they still got my same phone number. So it's like, oh, I miss her so much. But Heifer, you got my phone number.
Baby, my number ain't changed
My
since
number ain't
college.
changed. So you got all these people under this post talking about okay, my mama texted me like, hey, such said happy birthday, such. I said, all them people got my number. But they under this post just swear now they miss me, they love me. I'm like, they got my number though. And I haven't heard from them in years. Every time I hear from them is when you do your yearly post when it's my birthday.
Right.
And you tell me that they do it because we don't follow each other.
That should be crazy.
So I
Cause
be
I'm the
like,
same way. I'm like, my number ain't changed
no.
in
So it's like I
ages.
just keep that over there. Keep that over there. I ain't got time for the fakeness either. That's the only thing. People don't realize this. In my 40s, I don't. It's okay if you don't like me. Just I be respectful, you be respectful. This is what you don't understand. Everybody not gonna like you, and everybody not gonna like me, and I'm fine with
And I'm
that.
cool with that.
And I'm okay with that. You don't have to like me, even if I've never done anything to you. Maybe I just rub you the wrong way. That's cool. Just stay away from me. Keep it respectful, and keep my name out your mouth.
Exactly, because if you
That's what.
ain't fucking me, feeding me, or financing me,
Thank
bitch,
you.
I
It's cool. And then it's like we because of the times we living in. It's like you automatically want there to be a problem if we don't click or if we don't do whatever. And it's like, no. So like I
everybody
remember
don't
going
vibe.
right, and I remember going to a party with my cousin or whatever. I just didn't like the energy or the vibes in there. But then as soon as my other cousin came, of course I'm gonna start being my regular self because I'm like, okay, that's my dog. And somebody was like, oh, you do talk or whatever. I'm like, bitch, I'm about to talk my fist down your throat, but I'm trying to stay safe. I said, my energy comes where it feels welcomed, or
Right.
it feels like organic. Where I'm not about to fake nothing. If I don't like a vibe somewhere, I just don't like a vibe somewhere.
Yeah. And I think that's another big thing is with age, with wisdom, with
Hmm.
time, you recognize those things
Hmm.
um that just really don't. I ain't gotta do this.
No, now your
I ain't
20s,
gotta do this.
you be trying to figure out. Oh, I wonder why she doesn't like me, or blah blah blah. You like, girl, when you 40 something, you be like, okay, okay, girl, whatever.
I'd be like, babes, I swear you weren't even the first. You weren't even the top whole
No,
thing on my mind. So
no.
I
This is
promise
like
you,
I did that one
what?
post. Be like, you want me to be thinking about you so bad. Like, girl, I didn't even know you didn't like me. Somebody told me.
Now I will say, I think one of the things that I don't want to say it's sad to see,
Hmm.
but I know not everybody transitions into the different versions of themselves easily.
No,
Some people have a hard time. And don't get me wrong, I get it because there is a mourning process.
it is.
Because just like I think you have to mourn a lot of things in life, not just people, not just pets,
Hmm.
not just, situations.
Hmm.
Uh, but for example, I've had to mourn the different versions of my life that I thought I was gonna have.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But in
Yeah.
that morning, I was able to find, a new path, a new version of
Yeah.
myself, a new way of life, and all of these things. Because I feel like when you try to hold on to what you thought was gonna happen, you'll find yourself
Hmm.
into some fucked up situations.
You will.
Which I can admit is why I stayed in a relationship way past its expiration
Ooh,
date.
child.
Mind you, I honestly no. I'll take it even further back. I was supposed to be in that motherfucker to begin with. If we gonna be 100%
Amen.
honest, it never should have happened.
Never.
But we was in it,
Never.
and we we should have left that motherfucker a long time before it
Hmm.
ended. But because I was in love
And
with potential,
ooh,
holding on to this dream that I just knew I was supposed to be married, and by this age, and this was supposed to child.
yep.
You
You
God
do.
must have been kikiing his ass off at me. You hear me?
Hello.
Um, Once I was able to let that go, let all of that
Hmm.
go, it just kind of grow into this newer version of myself. And that process started when I got to the point and I knew that the relationship was over. Because I feel like for women a lot of time, and I can only speak from a woman's point of view,
Hmm.
but I feel like a lot of times we mourn the relationship before we leave the relationship.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? Because we exhaust all efforts, and then we finally make the we accept it. It's like, okay,
Girl.
I guess this is it. But then I know for me, once I accepted that, baby, this ain't gonna get no better. Then I had to start asking myself, well, baby, if it ain't gonna get no better, are you okay with this shit? Are you cool?
Girl, listen. That's a whole episode in itself. Cause
Ah,
baby, the morning when you touched on that hit home because honestly, like I don't mourn any relationship that I walked away because like you said, I make sure when I walk away from a person, relationship, bond, or whatever, that I have honestly tried. I have asked for either asked for clarity, tried to give clarity or whatever. But once all that has been said and done, and I walk away, I'm cool. But like you said, I do mourn the fact that I was supposed to be a wife. I was in a place of where I was engaged. I wanted children. I wanted this. I wanted that. Everything that, like you said, that you think is supposed to happen when you're in a certain age. And then you kind of mourn the fact that, like, man, now I got to start all over. Hey, I'm not gonna be a mom at a certain place. I feel like I'm gonna be a mom or a wife or blah blah blah. But it's like I don't mourn. I don't mourn you. I mourn the fact of what I wanted at this age or what I wanted at this point in time, and that it didn't come into fruition like I wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dang, now I gotta. And then sometimes you mourn the time too, because it's like, man, I wasted so much time, so much love, so much effort, so much, like, to the point that I was exhausted when I left that relationship.
Exhausted is an
I
understatement.
was mentally and emotionally, spiritually just drained. So I needed that time to just for God to rebuild and replenish and re whatever. And it's like, no, I'm not even gonna restore you. I'm just gonna remake you because we don't even
Yeah.
want that version of you to come back to where you would accept any of that ever again.
Right, right, beautiful soul. We already at the point of no return.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because at
Yeah.
that, baby, I don't care what. At that point, I don't care what you do.
No,
I
I
don't care
don't.
about your groveling. I remember that
Mm.
fool said, "You want me to go find somebody else, bitch? Do you want to go find somebody else? I don't care.
Don't care. No.
I don't care.
No. No.
Please go bother somebody else. Leave me the fuck alone."
No.
I just, girl.
I don't even care.
But it was the same thing for me. After that, because I've once again say it all the time, baby, I'm a wife before somebody put a ring on my finger. I'm a wife because
Amen.
it's in me. That's just who I
Amen.
am. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? And yeah, that was a big part of it. That morning, like all this time, you feel like you wasted so much time.
Wasted.
You know what I'm
Wasted.
saying? You feel like the time was wasted. You try to find the lessons in it. You try to find the things to help you grow and make better decisions and hone your
Mhm.
discernment and all these things. You know what I'm saying? And I had baby because normally Irene be single for like a year and we be back on that train. Somebody done wore me the fuck down. And because I'm not
True.
gonna hold you, that has been the case. Motherfuckers be like, well, you gonna be my girl? I'm just saying, I want you to be my girl. Da, 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 da. And it's like, fine, all right, fine, whatever. Cool. Let's do this thing. That probably should have been a clue right there. That should have been a clue.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't geek like, yes, I want to be your girlfriend. It'll be like, all right, I guess cool, let's do this. It's
Mhm.
fine.
I also feel like though between that time, I also explore a lot of the facts of where, like you said, not jumping into relationships so quickly, but also learning how to enjoy uncommitted, not committed company, if that makes any sense. So where it's like, hey, just kind of take it easy. Because I honestly, to be honest with you, I honestly am a relationship girly. I am
100%.
am like, but it's like after that last time, I was like, you know what, hey, double dutch, hey, ooh, 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 ooh. So it was
Girl.
like after that situation, I very much so learned how to. I was single, but not lonely, if that makes any sense. Like I've never been in that any of this time span being lonely. Like, don't get it wrong. Like I have been single, but I have not been lonely. But I have also learned, like, to just absorb people, pay attention, and listen. Like, so, like you said before, it's like more so. It was like, hey, oh, we got a good connection. You gonna be my girlfriend? I'm like, okay, yeah. And it's like I'm never gonna do that again. You're not about to rush me to do nothing.
Hell no.
But to my detriment, I probably,
Mm.
you know what? Never mind. Go ahead. No,
Listen, you thought I was gonna let you talk. I was
somebody, but I know also I want to be also mindful that when God brings somebody into my life that is good for me and is for me, that I don't stay in those same patterns to where it's now time to receive that person and I'm being so double dutch and apprehensive about it to where it's like, okay, now, don't lose an amazing thing but also keep your head on the swivel for all the other bullshit that be coming your way. Cause don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, it still be tons of people trying, and tons of people on that same type of bullshit. But it's like, nah, I love the people that God has in my life right now, and until I get a clear sign, you know.
I be dodging shit like the Matrix. Right, child. Please.
Listen, I'm just
And
saying.
it
God know He know
is.
me. I'm literal as hell now. I'm like, I need a rainbow in the sky with a unicorn and three
Hey,
marbles.
I'm over here like, homie, can you just come sit on the edge of my bed and just show me a picture? This the nigga right here. This is him, okay? Don't be mean to this one. Just don't be mean to this
Like
one.
you can tell all the rest of them to go to hell, but this this
But
this
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 one
your
right
nigga.
here, don't be
This your
right.
nigga right here. Like I really need
Oh.
God to do that.
But you want to know something else though that I think is another reason why not only have I been taking my time
Hmm.
because of I don't want to rush into stuff. I want to see you in different seasons and different
Right.
versions and all this other kind of stuff. But also it's because I want to make sure that I'm in the right version of myself
Right.
to be able to be the wife and hopefully the mother that I think my husband will deserve.
Amen. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who my husband is. Somebody she say she know who my husband is. I don't know.
I know who her
So,
husband is.
sometimes you may need a friend to stand in the gap for you. That see, go back to your
Baby,
friends.
listen, the
If
way I pray for my friends every day, huh, baby,
some
especially this
sometimes
one.
she be praying on my uterus, but that's another story for
I
another
pray
day.
over her uterus and mine every day. I
And
told
not
you
the way that
I'm gonna be an auntie next year. Watch that little Morena gonna fall right out her coochie,
what
right on the floor. We gonna edit that out.
I cannot.
My bad.
Jesus.
I'm edit that out.
I'm so speechless. Oh, you are right.
Listen, and she should be shocked because I've been praying for it to be knocked out about 5 times already. And I told her, I hope she wake up and it's right on the floor. Yep.
I'm happy my cooch ain't loose like that. Cause
Listen, I'm
not to
just saying.
say, oh, this is about to take a turn.
If
Jesus,
I,
we
if I
got
if
hold.
I ain't got one in, you can't have one either. My bullshit is your bullshit.
Whoa, wait a minute. Simmer down. Real that motherfucker back in, friend. You you went out a little far on that one.
I'm just saying.
You can't that line real far on that
I'm
one.
just saying.
Jesus. For those
Double
who are watching for the
baby,
first time, welcome to Irene KS.
double baby showers.
Oh wow. Um, how y'all doing in the comments? Shit, because she threw
My
me
bad.
out. She threw me all the way off. I ain't even gonna hold
It
y'all.
happens. If you're new to the show, I'm sorry. I am very random in the brain, and we probably got about 17 shocking moments. Sorry,
Child,
my bad.
listen.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, sometimes having a friend to stand in the gap for you,
You know what? And
it's a
again,
journey.
I think God knew I would need Irene in this season of my life. He know that I would need still my best friend that I done had since I was 5 in my life. One since I had since I was 20. And then like that's about it for me as far as like I feel like that I can trust the treasures of my heart with. And then y'all gotta remember like I have thousands of first cousins. So um like my cousins I'm real close knit too. But it's like other like that's another thing. Like in my 30s and my 20s, I had a lot of different females around me. And I was like, that it was exhausting at some point. But it's like I said, in my 40s, it's like you said, it's quality over quantity. Like I'm cool with a lot of people, but it's a lot of people that I wouldn't I wouldn't trust with the treasures of my heart. You know what I mean? Like things that are very sacred to me and very close to me. You know, because I'm sorry, I don't trust like that all the time.
Yeah.
I, I'm not
And
gonna.
I mean, and that's fair because once again, you go through things in life and
Mhm.
you experience different betrayals, and
Yes, you do.
different ones cut differently. You know
They
what I
do.
mean? They hit differently, they cut differently, and you process them differently,
You do.
right? And so then you move forward. Now, I mean, in doing this, you do your best not to make somebody else pay for the crimes of another person. But
True.
I think that's another thing that I had to learn how to do. Or, nah, let me, I'm still learning how to do. How not
Mm-hmm.
to bleed on somebody who didn't cut me, basically. Um,
True.
because, you get triggered. Triggers happen.
They
And we
do.
talked about this on, I think, a couple episodes ago with the whole, you may think you are healed, but you just ain't been putting
Mhm.
yourself in a situation to be triggered, is what it really is.
That's
And when
true.
you find yourself in a situation to be triggered, and how you handle your trigger, that will let you know whether or not you are truly healed or healing, or however you want to
That's
put it.
true.
Um, because where there were times I used to pop off real fast,
Mm.
because the
Mhm.
fuse used to be so short. Whew.
Say
Child, I'm talking about I would blow up faster than the bombs on Super Mario. Just
true.
child,
But
just go
honestly, I
off
feel
real fast.
like now I am so protective now in the spaces that I'm in, though, also. And that could be bad and that could be good. To where if it's like once I get into a certain spaces that I know I'm like, I remove myself. Could that be toxic? Yes, it could be trauma or whatever. But it's like until I know for a fact that it's like I'm not gonna feel a certain type of way being in this area, like I'm not gonna go. So like going to places where I know is my ex's family always invite me to stuff. I'm like, I'm not going there. Why would I go? Why would
Right.
I go? Why would I even set myself up for anything like that? So it's like I'm not in the spaces to where I would have set myself up to feel triggered. If I
Hmm.
know that's not gonna be a safe space for me, I'm not gonna go.
Girl, I laughed at my ex mama when she tried to get me to come in her house.
That's what I'm saying.
Cause like I still talk to his daughter and everything, and I think I was dropping off like a Christmas present. She came outside, she got it, and when she went back in the house, they asked her who was outside, and she told them it was me. So she called me back. She was like, "My grandma want to talk to you." I was like, "You got me on speakerphone?" She said, "No." I said, "What you want to talk to me?"
Right.
She said, "I
Exactly.
don't know." I was like, so she put it on the phone. She said, "You could have came in as fuck." I said, "Nah, I'm
Mm,
good."
nope.
She said, "What you laughing for?" I was
I'm
like,
not
"No
even setting
reason.
myself up like that.
No reason. I just don't think that's a good idea. I'm good. I'm not coming to that house."
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you? Why would I set myself
Nah,
up?
right.
Because I know
'Cause-
me. Like you said, that like I keep myself right here on purpose because I know my level of anger is snap level.
Very much
Because
so.
number one, I don't have no bad intention for nobody. I don't ever do ill will toward nobody. I'm not talking about like I'm not. I don't. So when it happened to me, I'd be slightly stumped and confused because it's like I'd be back to myself, Lord. So the fact that anything come to my lap, I'd be ready to go off the team. Because it's always usually somebody, and that's that this is probably trauma from my past. It's always been somebody that I've done good by that
Hmm.
stabbed me in the back 10 times deep. And I'd be like, you know what? I can't take not one more of those. So I'd be like, nope, I'm gonna stick with the people that I know that's how that's been having a good track record with me, and I'm cool. Cause I
Yeah.
don't, like I said, I can't back onto the chest. Cause I don't know
Yeah.
what I would do. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Nah.
be honest.
When I think about the growth that I've had for my attitude,
Hmm. baby.
It's a complete 180. A complete one. And y'all stop saying it's a 360. That just puts you back in the same spot. Okay. It's 180. All right. Okay. But I've done a complete 180
Mhm.
because uh like I said earlier, I used to go off 2.5 seconds.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It
Same.
didn't take much and I didn't care who.
Mm-mm.
Everybody could get it. Equal opportunity.
Mhm.
Adults included.
Mhm.
I didn't care. And
Mm-mm.
you weren't going to bully me. You weren't going to push me around because I've always been the shortest. I'm gonna show you what this shortness can do. Play with your mama, find you something safe to do.
Mhm.
Right now, has this caught me up in some situations
Yes.
that I probably, we just
Same.
gonna say thank God I made it out of? Absolutely. Uh, you know, shout out to living in a time where cameras weren't always around.
Girl, listen.
But also because of that, it I think learning how to control my anger also has helped me be able to decipher what is worth my
Same.
energy and what's not.
That's it right there.
Because
That's it.
some stuff I just be like, all right, like what you want me to do?
Mm-mm. It's not worth your energy.
You you hooting and hollering, but as long
Baby,
you can hoot and holler all you want to, as
I just
long as you
reel in
don't
my
pull.
energy. Real in my presence, real in my energy. Oh, that's okay. You will never see me again. You'll never hear from me again.
Yeah,
Or if you
I'm
do,
good on that.
it's gonna be hella modified. It's gonna be hella surface level. That's
I am good for a peeping how somebody moves in my life.
speak on it.
And depending on who you are in my life depends on whether or not I feel for
Hmm.
me it's worth a conversation. Because
Yeah,
sometimes it's not worth a conversation to
it's
me, and I'm
not.
just like I'll just start moving different, or
Mhm.
I'll just exit stage left altogether.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Versus,
real.
baby, I confrontation was my middle name back in the day.
Mm-mm. It's not
It
worth it in
was
this season. It's not.
it it was
Because
nothing.
honestly, when you peep a certain thing, it's like that person. It feel like that would be something that they would want you to do. Because you got that, and like I did a post about this today with the whole Cardi situation. It's like some people want to get you out of character because right
Mhm.
now the whole mouthing off and talking about you is just surface level. You never done nothing to them. You never said nothing to them. Whatever. So they want a reason to be like, oh yeah. Irene ain't shit or the K ain't shit and da 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 da. It's like some people want to get that moment out of you. I'm like, and nobody is worth that moment from me. Like
Right.
nobody is worth a moment for me to come out of character at the end of the day. Like you said, if you ain't fucking me, feed me, financing me, or nothing like that, you will never be worth me coming out of my character.
Every now and then, now my character does include cussing people out, so I don't need y'all to be like, but Irene, because that's part of my character. Okay, so I need
Yeah,
I need y'all to understand that is a full encompass of my character. I have no problem cussing people out, but there's a total distinction between cussing out a random person who's talking crazy to me versus
that's
somebody
true,
who claims to be my friend
girl.
and then having an issue with me behind my back,
I'll never understand that.
or somebody who say that they congratulate me, but what they really do is slick dissing me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That low key hating ass kind of. I'ma congratulate you, but bitch, what's the but for?
Ain't no
There's
but.
no need for a but.
It's either you happy for me or you not, or you staying close.
Right.
And you know what? My mother told me this too. She's like, sometimes you gotta pay attention to people that they don't stay close enough to you, just in case you making it to a whole different level. It's like I want to make sure that I stay attached, just for when the moment that they get into a situation that's higher than what they is in now. They really
Yeah.
honestly don't even like your ass, but they want to be attached to you for some reason.
That
I
part.
just
That
can't
part beautiful. So
bother.
I don't bother nobody. I don't need
And see,
nobody
that's the thing, beautiful
bother.
soul. It's like when you don't bother people and you literally just do stay in your lane. It's like you would literally have to come over here for me to for me to bother you. You have to come where I'm at for me to bother you, because I'm not gonna be in too many places.
And I ain't gonna. You want to know? I done learned how to be in my peace so hard. I don't even have FOMO over shit.
No.
You gonna be hard pressed to find me having FOMO about some shit. Cause the way shit be happening, and a lot of people be, I be like, oh, okay, that sounds cool.
Right.
You know, but I also think a lot of it has to do with I know this. I know this version of me. I know who I am in this season so well that I don't have that urge to need to be in the mix of everything.
No, God, no.
Cause I feel like, and this is just my opinion. Don't know hit dogs holler, please and thank you. Just my opinion. I feel like for a lot of people, when when you have to be in the mix of everything, it's because you're still trying to figure out who you are
Amen.
and where you belong or what you want to be a part of. When I've gotten to that, I know who I am. I know what I
Mhm.
like being a part of. I know the things
Same.
that I like, looking at, watching, seeing, whatever. That's just like, listen, hey, guess what? I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm a thug. Okay. I listen to Kevin Gates, and I listen to Kevin
Mhm.
Gates and trap music 95% of the time.
Mhm.
So when everybody be like I don't want to say I don't understand it. Like I just the Beehive love y'all because I got several friends that are a part of the Beehive.
Mhm.
My sister tried to get me to go to a to when the Renaissance was going on. When no, yeah, no, Cowboy Carter's just in it. Renaissance, okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah. She was like, "Come on, you gonna get some tickets, girl? Look at them tickets. I'm not spending this much money." I
Mm-mm.
mean, I know it's Beyonce, and I
Mm-mm.
understand she puts on a hell of a show. I said,
Mm-mm.
"Babe," but I don't even listen to her music enough to spend.
Mm-mm.
It, I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm.
No. Especially not for no nosebleed ass seat. Fuck that.
Mm-mm.
No, you
No.
will. No, we will not do this shit. But but let it be so like would I spend $200 go see Kevin Gates? Depends.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I ain't listen,
Because that's what you like.
Hey Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, even yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Hey,
Even with that is there is a realm of I ain't nigga, you doing a little bit too much now.
Jazz.
There's a piece. But it's just that I don't feel the need to try to be a part of everything, but
No.
I attribute that to the fact that I did take so much time to try and figure so much out about me after my last
Mhm.
relationship. Not just the parts of me that I felt like I needed to heal because of that relationship, but just
Mhm.
me as a whole.
That's true.
Because something else that I realized is that I Jesus, do I want to admit this on the internet? Okay.
Yes, you do.
Not you putting the mic up. That's crazy. I have never been 100% vulnerable with someone.
I think you said that before, though.
I think, but I
In
don't
so
think I said
many
it to this
words, you
extent.
pretty much said that.
Yeah,
That's okay because that's what your husband is for. Honestly, if you think about it, I feel like a certain all walls down vulnerability should only come when you're with your husband, to be honest with you, or your wife. Because you're completely guarded and you should feel completely protected at that point.
right.
Because I can probably say I've never mm,
Hmm. Shut
in the
up, Jazz.
past, in the past, I've never been completely because I've never felt 100% protected.
You never been completely wet. You broke up a little bit.
I said I've never been 100% unguarded because I never felt 100% protected
All right.
in the past.
I can agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 toes down.
Yeah.
Um, on the Queendom, I think I talked about this where when I was learning about BDSM, my ex and I went to a dungeon and we went through. They had like kind of course that they talked about a lot of different aspects of BDSM or whatever the case may be. And then if you wanted to, you could pay a fee and stay after the course and actually go into the dungeon and experience some
Mhm.
things.
I want to go
I
so bad.
you definitely I listen, so much fun. Just I say go. Um it's now I will say depending on where you go, it's gonna be a lot of Wahite people. And so it may be
That's
a
not.
little it's a little interesting around them. I ain't gonna hold you. The energy is just different. Um, it just is, and it's
I
no
think I'd
shade.
be
It
okay
just
with that. I'd be like, I listen. At this point in my life, I want to be shocked. I keep trying to tell you that, like, I want to be like,
beautiful. So
okay,
I don't think a lot of us have. I don't think a lot of us have, and I think that's why. I think that's why we have so
yeah,
many more women, specifically Black women, who are now in their 30s and 40s and just like, baby, I'm chilling.
yeah,
Unless this
yeah,
man gonna get FedEx to my front door, I don't know what to
yeah,
tell y'all. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because it's like you've been through so much stuff. Child, you forever have
Way
to
too
be
much
on
stuff.
guard.
You do.
I can't just relax and be free. Child, I'd rather
Mhm.
stay at home and be naked and free and in my house, eating my whatever the fuck I want to eat, drinking my liquor or my wine, and watching
Hello,
whatever the fuck I want to watch on TV.
that's
You supposed to
true.
go to a party next month? Oh shit, that's gonna be. Listen. Have fun, be in the moment,
Yes.
enjoy it, child. Immerse yourself as much as you can. It is so much fun to go to them. I've been to other situations, not other dungeons, but I've been in other situations where I've been able to be a lot more relaxed.
Hmm.
Uh, and the truth of the matter, like the reason I wasn't relaxed in that situation was because I ain't trust that nigga.
See?
I ain't trust that big bastard as far as I can throw his ass.
Oh Lord.
Okay, and it was, and I could, babe, I could. Anyway,
Yeah.
see, that was God telling me I shouldn't have said all that.
I thought it was me this time. I was like, wait, the mic
Mm-mm.
just went off by itself. Yep. That might
It
have been
did.
the
It
Lord
did.
saying,
I
hey,
was like, shut
don't
your
say
mouth.
that.
Right, shut your mouth. Oh God.
But yeah,
But
I think we all, like you said, finally just being able to exhale. And I hate that they trying to put it off on black women that we are whatever, and we angry. We don't want us to be like, nah, baby, we just tired, and we're okay with not. We're okay with being by ourselves. Because at the
baby,
end of the day,
especially
like we said, like you see a black woman, she gonna make it happen for herself. She gonna make it happen for her kids, and that's not putting down any men or any black men. I'm just talking about my women. But at the end of the day, once you get exhausted, you just get tired. And I remember
hmm
feeling like that after my last relationship. I was like, I'm just tired. I don't feel like giving of myself. I'm like, I'm just want to be in a place where I'm pouring back into me. God's pouring back into me in my circle and the people that I'm around, that they're pouring into me, and I'm able to pour back out, because that's
right.
important for me too, because like I'm a natural lover and I'm a natural giver. When I get to the place where I feel empty because of other people, oh,
Yeah,
that's when it's time for me to get quiet, and it's time for me
right.
to restore myself back, because I'm not trying to be depleted. And that's when I feel like the moment when I stop feeling like myself. And I have to be mindful of that. Like when you're not, I'm a naturally goofy, upbeat, whatever, loving type person. When I started feeling angry, I'm like, okay, God, I know this ain't me. This ain't me.
Ooh.
So
Hmm.
when I'm starting to get, irritable, and I'm starting to get all this, I'm like, I know this ain't naturally me. So it's like, okay, let me pull myself back in, and let me pull myself out of places that I know you did not have for me. So that's why I had to skedaddle. And
Facts.
I like I said last weekend, I don't understand how they still try. I'm like, everything you said, everything you've done, and you still to this day, like 5 years later,
Girl,
still trying.
I would.
Like, if you don't get out my face,
I'm not gonna say that because my mic might mute again. Uh, exactly, beautiful. So damned if you do, damned if you don't.
damn if you do it, damn if you
Um,
don't.
And then I think another thing, and once again, I can only speak to black women because what am I? A black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think because as a collective, we've had such bad experiences in dating,
Mm-hmm.
we've turned around and started like pouring into each other so much.
Yes.
It's like if you don't want to do it, guess who will do it? My
Yes.
homegirl.
It be so many posts about that too. They be like, listen, if you ain't gonna treat my bitch good, give my bitch back. Cause at the end of the day, if I go out with my good sis, I know I'm gonna give me an appetizer, how many drinks I want, and everything else. With you
Go
talking
get
about some
dessert and
chili
everything.
10 for 10 and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. But she's like she
Listen,
said
I
one
ain't gonna.
time,
I hit me up a good 2 for 25 in Chili's. Don't get it twisted. That ain't the
right,
point we're making now.
exactly. But like she
Some of
said,
y'all don't want to even
if
do
you
a four
ain't
for four.
gonna treat my bitch good, give my bitch back.
Right, get my bitch back. If you ain't gonna treat her right, just bring that
Hey,
motherfucker back
listen.
over here.
Because
Shit.
I can honestly say, prior to the bond that I am in now, like,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
you know what? We never mind. Just forget
No,
it.
come on, son. I'm be quiet. I'm be quiet.
Like, I
I'm
would
gonna mute
say
myself.
I would say I give him his props and my ex fiance his props. But other than that, all the other ones, oh, me and my girlfriends balled out on dinners way more than anybody else that I have ever dated.
Right. And here's the funny thing about it. It's not even about the balling out of the thing.
No.
It's the attitude that
Yes.
a lot of men have when it comes to dating.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, don't approach me. First off, don't get me wrong. I understand there are some women who date for meals. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
one of them. I
No.
don't need you to take
No.
me out so I can experience anything.
But the
See, look. Oh, wow. The what now?
the effort.
Yeah,
It's the
the effort is the key.
yes. It's
And
the
for me,
effort.
listen, the effort could be we gonna go and get subs somewhere, baby. Sometimes Subway have a buy one get one free deal.
All the
Okay,
time if you got the app.
hello, I'm not opposed to a good deal. Okay, you feel me? Y'all, don't get me
But
wrong. Irene likes some bougie moments. Irene will blow a bag on some things, but Irene also likes to save a coin.
yes.
I like saving a coin more than I like doing anything. Okay. You give me a good moment, I promise, girl math, I will justify saving of a coin. Okay.
Yep.
So I don't care if, baby, hell, we both could have went to Wendy's and got 2 4 for 4s and went and sat out at the park and chopped it up, chilled,
Facts.
sat in the car, listen to music, whatever the fuck. Like, it's the effort, it's the thought
Balance,
process. It's
yeah.
like, at least you thought about doing something that
Mm-hmm.
either exposed me to something new, is something that I like doing, or
Mm-hmm.
I am very much a quality time girly. Sometimes I just want to be in your space.
Sniffing your air.
I was about to say something else. I'm not gonna say that, Jesus.
Oh,
See,
Jesus.
this is why I came to this episode sober. Yep, this is exactly why I came to this episode sober. I wanted to make sure that my filtration department was fully staffed tonight.
Listen. A good deal and a great splurge and save. Yes.
Right.
Now don't get me wrong, because there's times where I love to just also let a man have an amazing moment. Cause, like I know we always be like, but I won't say we, but so many people put so many emphasis on dates and things like that. But like I love to see the person that I'm with smile also, and also feel
Hmm.
considered, and also feel thought of, and also feel, just as much as you see me smiling, I want to see you smile too. And it's sometimes it's teeth and it's like pulling teeth and nails for the people in your life that are also learning how to receive, and that's friends and partners. Like I feel like I am surrounded by a lot of people, including myself, that are learning how to receive. And I love that for us, because I feel like a lot of us are learning how to receive not just monetary things, but learning how to even take compliments or things like that. Because I can honestly say that it took a lot for me, even after my relationship, to just hear a compliment without being like, ugh, and people don't understand, like you said, that a lot of them traumatic situations they kind of throw you off balance, like you say, chemically,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of different things. It's like, so sometimes you have to relearn things all over again.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's really been key also in my 40s. Like, I really had to learn. Like, I don't get me wrong, I love myself so much. I love myself a lot because I know who I am. But it's like
Amen.
sometimes, hearing those things, you like, I'd be like, okay, okay, I love you, whatever. But it's like, no, you stop doing that. Like, I really got convicted in my spirit. It's like, no, let that person love on you. Like, they really see you for who you are,
Yeah.
and that sometimes that's hard.
It is. It is. It is. It is very hard. It's when you conditioned yourself
Mhm.
to to. Okay, I learned how to detach too well,
Mhm.
right? So well that there are a lot of things you can read on my face, right? But
Oh
when it
yeah.
comes, but it's a whole lot that you can't read on my face because I learned how to detach from those things specifically.
Mhm.
Some of it was out of survival, just because I ain't got time. I don't feel like you being triggered, and now I have to deal with you and your attitude and your bullshit. Why I just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's really hard being in a situation, building a connection with a person, and not detaching when feelings get strong.
Mhm.
Because normally, baby, set that shit over there.
That's true.
Put that shit over there. That's a lot. That just
It's a
set it
lot.
over there in the corner. That ain't what I signed up for today, right? But it kind of, but it's like I don't want to have to do that no more. You know what
I
I'm
don't want
saying?
to do it no more. I'm
Because
tired.
tired is the other thing. You're like, baby, I
Mhm.
don't want to do that. This shit is ghetto as fuck. Hell
And
no. Because
and people don't realize how exhausting it is to always have to feel guarded.
yeah, it's
And
very
that's why I
exhausting.
said that when I putting my
Uh,
presence in my, and not saying I feel like I'm better than anybody or nothing like that, but it's just, honestly, I have learned to reserve my presence in a lot of different places because I
hmm.
don't want to feel guarded all the time. So is that a good thing? I probably not, that you only feel like, you want to go into places where you feel like they're safe. But at the end of the day, when I say I'm exhausted to always having to put my head on a swivel, like, I want to be in places where I be like, I can be me, I can be comfortable. I ain't like got to always be on my own, standing on eggshells or whatever. And it's like, I'm exhausted. Like, I am truly exhausted. I'm like, I spent over 4 years of having to feel like that in a relationship. So when I said I wanted to build a spaces around me that I felt safe, because for so long I'd felt unsafe. So like
Hmm.
now when I'm going into places and I'm going into bonds and relationships, it's like, at the moment I don't feel like that is a safe space for me, I'ma always retreat my presence. And I really like needed to like really think about, like, okay, should I really be doing that? Should I not be doing that? Should I, just do it with a like a grain of salt, as your grandmama say? I don't know. I'm figuring it out. But it's like, now being, like I said, I feel like it's so exhausting to always have to be on guard like a dog all the time. To where it's just like I just almost kind of stay in my little own bubble, if that make any sense.
Right.
Like, like you said, I don't have to be around 50, 1100 people, because 50, 1100 people, I'm gonna have to watch my back too much. You got to watch what you say too
Whew,
much. You got to
child.
watch what do. Like, I ain't got time for all that. I don't. It's like,
That's a
I just
lot of
rather not be there.
personalities to navigate. It's a
Yeah,
lot of personalities to navigate.
it's
I ain't
too
got time
much.
for it.
It's too much.
Um, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's interesting, like getting to this point of life
Mhm.
and being able to kind of look back and see the growth that you've made and
Mhm.
see the changes that you made, and not only just see the changes you've made, but also recognize that you still have changes to make. You still have
Woo.
growth to
Yes.
do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you haven't, if there are things that are, still on your list to check out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, I think we should probably wrap it up here though.
Okay.
Uh, don't tell the people where they can find you and all the good things.
You can find me. Everything will be linked in the description box for us both. But you can find me at Simply Spicy Spice on all platforms. Also, simplyspicyspice.com, where you can get your seasoning blends as well as your merch and a few other things that are coming up that are new. And also simply K Simone TV on all platforms as well. And of course, here every Thursday, unless you know otherwise, 7 p.m. Central on Irene and K Unscripted.
And I am girl Irene, the motherfucking Patch Queen. You can find me on that. If I'm on the platform, you can find me as such. Make sure y'all check out the Queendom. I will be bringing the Queendom back. Some things happened where I had to cancel some episodes, and I'm taking this as a time to kind of restructure some things. So it definitely will be back soon and very soon. Um, I appreciate y'all bearing with me on that. Then also check me out on TikTok. I'm doing a fragrance live tomorrow. I've been smelling myself the whole time in this live just because I smell good as hell. Uh, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Right. So I was out before the show, right? And I was going to give me something to eat. And I opened the door. I was, for to go into the little restaurant or whatever to grab me something to eat. And it was a girl coming out and she was like, "Oh my God, you smell so good. What do you have on?" I was like, "Oh, I had to remember all I put on. Girl, I ain't feel like going through the whole list of shit I put on. So I told her the last thing I put on, which was the pistachio from Bella Vita.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Where did you get that from? Is it expensive?" I said, "No, it's not expensive. I got it on TikTok Shop." She said, "Oh, TikTok Shop is expensive." And I was like, "I think it was $25." She was like, "That's expensive for me." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I just
what? How much you gonna pay for fragrance? Well, you talking about like Bath and Body Works or something? $12? Well, no, because if you get a regular Bath and Body Works spray, it's still $20 if it ain't on sale.
I know Five Below has some body sprays and fragrances and
Girl,
stuff like that.
let me not say that. I mean, I no, I
Don't
ain't.
do that because everybody budget hit different.
That's why I
But
stopped.
the
I
point
stopped.
is,
I stopped. I stopped. I
granted,
stopped.
the point is, I got a compliment. No, I honestly could have stopped and just said I got a compliment. I did. Anyway, I because I will be doing a fragrance live tomorrow night. Uh, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, on my TikTok. I plan to have a giveaway. Okay. Uh, so hopefully everything works out and I get everything done for the giveaway. But I do plan to have a giveaway tomorrow night. And yeah, so thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. Thank you if you have watched the replay. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all put them blue and purple hearts in the comments for us. And until next time, we'll see y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Bye.
Bye.